how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to score really great plant accessories at the Dollar Tree. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to get some of these basic plant supplies, and right now when they're starting to stock up for the spring season is the perfect time to go and get your hands on things before they're gone. If you don't have a Dollar Tree in your town, you can look around for your nearest dollar store. Generally, they all carry similar things, but Dollar Tree seems to be pretty especially awesome for plant supplies right around this time of year. So I'm going to take you around the store. I'll give you a quick peek at what's new right now. They have a lot of Valentine stuff, but also a lot of springtime stuff. And springtime stuff means seeds and pots and gloves and all kinds of stuff that you can use for your home garden, whether it be indoor or outdoor. But today I'm going to focus a little bit on the indoor plants. So let's go. So once you get past all the Valentine's Day stuff, you're going to find the spring outdoor section, and that's where you will find your plant supplies, at least the majority of them. You get things like plant labels, and these are mixed wildflower seeds. They actually have a few different varieties. Some of them will help out birds, some will help out bees. They really actually bloom pretty well, so they're actually worth picking up if you have some space to cover. I was really happy to see these. These are 2 packs of clay pots. They are a smaller size, and I've been trying to pick up some more of these for some of my plant cuttings that I've purchased recently, but unfortunately because it was the winter time and the holiday season, all of the summer gardening supplies were not restocked at my Lowe's, so I have been without small pots for a while. They also have these plastic pots here, and you can see that they have the removable bottom. You definitely want to remove the bottom from those pots if you do get them, and even if you just sit it back in there loosely, it will drain the water. Over here are seeds and gloves, and I also found some spools of twine, which are great for tying up staked plants. Now these say that they're plates, but I'm thinking they're trays to go under my pots. That's what I'm thinking. So you come down the candle aisle, and this is where I find lots of other, maybe less expected goodies. Expected? Girl? So anyway, here are some vases. So here's some vases, that sounds fancier, that you could put propagation cuttings in. This is my favorite part of the store, and I absolutely love the vases that I have at home to hold my cuttings. So you could come down here and just pick out some really cute ones and save yourself some money, because what they charge on Amazon for supposed propagation stations that you could easily DIY is insane. I also found a sole one of these guys. They have these around the Dollar Tree if you look. They're little terrarium hanging planters, and I'm definitely planning on sticking some air plants in those. I also found a 3-pack of twine, so now I'm getting 3 of those instead of just 1 for $1. And I always tell people, if you need top dressing for your plants, like stones or whatever, or shells, you want to come to the Dollar Tree. They have them dirty, dirty cheap. You say craft dowels and popsicle sticks. I say stakes for baby plants. And seed holders. And one of the most handy things that I have purchased for my plants at the Dollar Tree is this dish pan. This thing is what I repot my plants in. So if I need to dump old soil, or I need to mix new soil and just like have something underneath me while I repot, that's what I use. And of course, if you're a plant person, you need spray bottles. I recommend spending a little and getting a decent one for your main spray bottle, but for mixers, you could definitely pull off these cheap ones. Okay, so we are back. Let's check out what I decided to purchase. Perhaps most obviously, I grabbed about 4 or 5 packages, 5 packages of these little 2-packs of terracotta pots. This does say clay pots. I don't know if these are made of some kind of inferior whatever because they're at the dollar store, but probably not. These are usually pretty inexpensive to begin with, even if you're getting them from like Lowe's. They did not have any trays to go with these, so I just have the pots. So I'm going to end up using these to put all of my holiday cactuses in that I ordered from Etsy. I actually filmed an unboxing of those, but it's so old now I don't even think I'm going to put it up. But I might be able to like stick a clip in here so you can see when I got them. I ordered from 2 different Etsy shops. I ordered one cutting from a woman who had what was very clearly either a Christmas or Easter cactus, like a legit Easter or Christmas cactus. I think it's a Christmas cactus. And she said that her Christmas cactus cuttings had gotten very popular, and I assume that's because all of us plant people are trying to find real Christmas cactuses and not mislabeled Thanksgiving ones. Anyway, so I ordered a cutting from her plant, and I also ordered a 6-pack of different cuttings from different kinds of holiday cactus plants. So I'm going to use these little pots to put them in because right now they're sitting in slightly smaller plastic trays, and I just prefer clay. Plus I don't want to overwater them. I tend to overwater a little bit. Another thing that I decided to get was this sports towel. It feels like a microfiber cloth, so I was getting one of these anyway because I need to be able to clean off the leaves of my plants. I don't want to keep using paper towels. I feel like they don't do a very good job. So I'm going to clean all of my plants this week because I want to check them all really thoroughly. I found some mites on my croton plant, so now I have to check everything meticulously to make sure that I don't see any signs of mites. So this is going to help me once I check the plants over, make sure they look okay. I'm going to take a spray bottle and just clean up the leaves of my plants. So I might make a video about that. We'll see. I also grabbed a couple of multi-packs of these small plastic nursery pots. These are going to come in handy in the springtime when I start taking pups and cuttings off of all of my plants, which if you didn't know, generally you should wait until the springtime to separate plants, repot them, take the babies off, you know, whatever you want to do with your plants. I've definitely done quite a bit of propagating over the winter and everything's fine, like everything's growing fine. But just to avoid stressing out my plants unnecessarily, I'm probably going to wait until the springtime to do more of that. You know, I figured these little cheap pots would be great for that, just to get things started, and then I can transfer them to nicer pots when they, you know, when they're ready. I also got, I showed you in the video that they had individual spools of twine up near the front where the plant display was. But when I was in the back where they keep all of the glass marbles and the stones and the candle holders, I found a 3-pack of twine that has the green in it as well as the regular colors. So that's really cool. You can use this to tie up plants to stakes. I also sometimes will use this to like wrap present, like if I give somebody a gift in like paper, like in brown paper, which is, you know, a nice thing to do for the environment because wrapping paper is not recyclable. If you didn't know that, most of it isn't. So if you want to use brown paper, this looks really nice when you like tie it up too. But so anyway, I got this 3-pack of twine, which means I'll probably never need twine again as long as I live, and I spent $1 on it. And one of the last things I got was that little pack of, these are 8 round plates. They're for catering, parties, and special occasions. But what they also are just little clear plastic plates. Now, as I said, these did not come with trays. And a lot of times I'll put a few of these onto like a plate or something just so it looks a little bit nicer. But these are going to come in handy because I have a lot of pots, you know, about this size around my house that just don't have trays with them right now. Because for some reason the trays that go with clay pots are so expensive. So sometimes they're like more expensive than the actual pot. So I'm like, no, I'll just go to Savers and buy a dish for 25 cents. There's just 8 of them, but this is going to help me fill in some holes in my water tray situation here at the house because there are some holes. Some of the other things that I didn't purchase today, but I showed you in the video that I have purchased are the stones. Instead, if you want to do a stone dressing on top of your plants, you can go get the stones there for $1. They're way more expensive at my Home Depot here. So that's definitely an option for you. I just recommend that you wash them with a little bit of bleach in the water just to make sure that there's no dust on them still and there's no weirdness that's going to mess with your plants at all. If you do decide to get the stones at the dollar store, I recommend getting these ones and not these white ones. These ones are so much dustier and chalkier. They put off a lot of dust even if you wash them. So these ones seem to be a little bit better. But, you know, if you want to scrub these up, they'd probably be good too. So another thing that I refuse to pay the amount of money for that I have seen on Amazon and stuff are propagation bottles. And I just don't want to use like plastic soda bottles and things that are ugly. I think that's great because you're reusing trash and stuff, but I just wanted something just a little bit nicer. So at the Dollar Tree, I found these cute little, they're almost like old school milk bottle shaped glass vases, and I use these to propagate my plant cuttings. So I just stick these in the window or near my grow lights, and I've propagated probably 5 plants in these so far, so I really like them. This part right here that is more narrow than the top actually helps you to keep the leaves like out of the water. This would work really well for spider plant babies. A lot of times I would try to root them, you know, in like in a cup or something, and the leaves would just dip into the water, and eventually that rots the leaves. So these are really great for keeping the leaves out of the water, and they have all kinds of different vases like I showed you on the video. These are my favorite though. And the last time I went to the Dollar Tree, I also picked up a couple of these, which I showed you in the video. They're little terrarium planters. They have a little hole right here on the side, I assume to like water or for air, and then it's open in the front. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with terrariums, so I don't know how effective this will be, or if there's any like problems with this. But I do know that this looks like a nice home for an air plant. So I think that I'm going to order a little package of air plants, probably from Josh's Frogs. I know they have like a bundle of those available. So I'll probably get some air plants and stick a couple of those in here with maybe like, you know, some pebbles or something and hang them up. I just think they're really cool. And again, they're $1. So in favor of having more money for plants in 2019, I invite you to go check out the Dollar Tree or your nearest dollar store and do it now, because in January, this is when they put out all of their spring stuff. And by the time the actual months of spring roll around here in the States, a lot of that stuff is going to be sold out. I will see you guys really soon. I've got a few more videos coming down the pipeline. Happy weekend. Have a good one. Mwah.